So, Jack, it's an absolute honour to be sitting down with you and having a chat about Marshall White, credibility and who you are. And, you know,
Sure.
if we step back to 1993, when you and James bought the business, tell us a little bit about what it was like then, and then we'll fast track to today.
Thanks, Mike. It's a privilege to be sitting here with you. When James and I took over the company in 1993, we had a group of 12 people. And it was all about building and trying to attract the right people into the company.
Yeah, fantastic, excellent. And fast track through to today. I mean, real estate was radically different then compared to what it is now.
Oh, incredibly different. Incredibly different, but I still think that a lot of the fundamentals remain the same.
You're absolutely correct.
You know, in regard to, as I always say to a lot of the sales team, that, you know, we're in a privileged position to be selling or to be entrusted with the selling of people's greatest assets in most of their cases. Yeah. And I think that that's one of the things about our journey in real estate, that we are so fortunate to be selling Melbourne's finest properties.
Absolutely.
And some of Australia's best properties.
I agree.
And, you know, during that time, you know, in the journey, it has been incredible to have had such great people come and join the group and be part of the team.
Yeah, and one of the things I hear in your voice is a level of humility about that opportunity to be able to look after clients' greatest assets.
Absolutely.
And help them in that process of transacting, moving. And, you know, I think one of the amazing things about Marshall White is if you look at the number of repeat and referral business that comes again and again and again, those relationships, both internal and external, are incredibly important.
Absolutely. Look, one of the things is that I've always said to the old-fashioned ways remain the same even in modern times, you know, for our people, in that getting face-to-face with their clients is probably the most important aspect of their business.
Absolutely.
Not just the modern way by emails or texts or even telephone calls to that matter.
Yeah.
Face-to-face contact at the end of the day and creating the relationships with the people is so incredibly important.
Absolutely. So fast track to today, over 300 people within the team now, so congratulations. It's been an amazing journey.
Yes.
I think one of the things that would be great to talk about around positioning credibility, what are some of the things that you see tipping into the mix that creates a competitive edge for the team, and also something that when it lands for a client, the client goes, okay, I get that that's a real value add to me.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I think that when clients look at real estate firms as such, they don't see a lot of difference until you go really behind the scenes to have a look at, you know, what is entailed in the selling of their property and what is all about getting the highest and best possible price for the client.
Absolutely.
And that is having the best team on board across all of the company to be representing that vendor. For example, it's not just the sales team. The sales team are, of course, the vital essence of looking after the client, but behind that you've got an incredible administration team. You've got a great marketing team. You've got a great online team, for example. You've got editorial, social media, and we've got the best in the business. And the people that we've got are trained, educated, constantly updating their, you know, their learning,
the skills, the
strategies all the time. They really are at the cutting edge. And the people that we've got, again, and I'm proud to say, you know, when they join Marshall White, they tend to stay at Marshall White, and we've got people that have been in the company for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years to that matter. So we are, you know, again, incredibly fortunate to have the experienced team. And I was using the analogy with somebody the other day that it's a little bit like we're in the cricket season at the moment, and again, if you have a look at some of our competitors, they're a little bit like cricket teams where you might get a batsman that goes out there and scores a century, but scores a century in 1 in 10 or 20 innings. You know, we've got people that consistently score centuries innings after innings after innings. We
perform.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think, Jack, that's also really shows up when someone joins Marshall White from another agency, and they are even under the impression, well, it's pretty much the same as the way we operate in our agency. They come aboard, it's a totally different view. You know, commitment to learning, commitment to improving, commitment to doing the quality of work for clients, both the sellers and the buyers, to deliver something on a magnificent side of things. And even saying that, even Paula with the property management team, you know, the commitment that she and her team has for landlords and tenants, absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, again, it's not just all about what you see on the surface. It's behind the scenes. You know, as I said, to the administration team, to the property management team, to the marketing team, to the whole crew. You know, the whole. And I think, you know, when you talk about the whole crew, you really talk about the culture of the company. And I know it's an easy thing to say, but it really does set us apart. We're not a franchise company. We don't have boundaries on where people can operate. In other words, you know, somebody from our Hawthorn office, you know, will list a property down in Brighton or have a relationship with a client in the Bayside area and be able to refer the property to that person, work with that person, you know, with their client. So we don't have boundaries.
I can't look after that for you.
Correct. But also the communication within is all shared, and I think that the sharing of, if you like, market intelligence when it comes to people is a really another vital aspect of Marshall White and what sets us apart from other companies, because other companies don't share the information.
Yeah, they're sort of almost operating in silos.
Well, they are.
I'm not telling you any information.
Correct. They're franchised operations. Just about all of our competitors are now franchised, whereas we're fortunate enough to be 4 offices but one company, and that's truly what sets us apart.
And any other things that you think that give our team that edge in the market as well?
Look, the experience, and as I said, the runs on the board. Again, if you look at the calibre of the people that we've got within the group, you know, within the top 20 agents throughout Australia, we've got 3 represented here within the company, and the sharing of the training, as I said, the education that we provide for our people, I think is second to none.
Absolutely.
And their commitment, and you know, and then having external coaching such as yourself, Michael, and other forums that our people attend, really does put them at the forefront of the best real estate agency practice, in my opinion, not just in Melbourne or Australia, but potentially in the world.
In the world, yeah.
From what I've seen.
Jack, awesome to be sharing these insights with you. Thanks for your contribution, and let's look for the next 10 years of Marshall White being absolutely stunning and fantastic.
Absolutely, fantastic.
Thanks,
Thank
Jack.
you, Mike.
Appreciate it.
Great.